I'm a cyclist and I live in the Pennines, and welcome to my channel. And today it's turned out to be quite a nice December's morning, but it snowed recently and it's gone very cold, and looking at the hills, the snow line's at around 700 feet above sea level, so no doubt if I head to the hills today I will be in the snow. And if I sound slightly out of breath, that's because I am going up a hill right now again, and having made my way towards Todmorden and what is now the usual theme of traffic lights and roadworks, I'm climbing up Bacup Road between Todmorden and Bacup. It's a brutal climb, it's a big exposed climb. I'd rather go down it, but that has its own issues as well, because it scares me to death.
So here we are now on the A681, and what a tough, challenging climb this is. Out of all the climbs around here, this one I think is pretty hard. It's got a distance of 2.69 miles with an elevation gain of 740 feet. The average gradient is 5.2% and the maximum gradient is 17.4%. It's classed as a third category climb. And if you can get up here in 9 minutes, you're going to get a KOM. And if you can climb it under 11 minutes, you're going to get on the top 10 of the leaderboard.
And I've just looked behind me there, that's the Sourhall Road, and that's where I've been cycling a lot recently. And that's a great little climb to go up. It's a challenge, it's tough, it's steep, and you've got the cracking descent off Holcar Road. Okay, we're on that big bend there. Going down this hill, that's that big left-hander, which can catch you out. Now, we're on the snow line. We've got snow on the grass on the verges.
And of all the climbs you can do in this area, this one is a very long one, and because of this you actually feel quite exposed at times. Now you can find some super steep ascents in this area with some fantastic switchbacks, but this one is different, and it's the length of the climb that I think makes it quite imposing.
Okay, well, cyclist there. That's a nice sound, that. Wheels on the tarmac. Yeah, I've got a nice right-hander now. It's steep, but it's doable. Right, well, we're not far from the summit now. We're probably around 1,350 feet above sea level. Look at the backdrop there. That's the whole of the Pennine Way, the South Pennines. Really high up in the snow, beautiful blue sky. So let's crack on up there now, keep going. We'll have a nice descent into Bacup. Okay, here's the descent now. We've got a nice little dip to begin with. It drops down pretty steep, then levels off, then goes again. Surface water. Clean the camera. Right, 30 miles an hour. I can clearly see the snow on the pavement. I've got water ahead. We never know if there's ice in there, do we though? Lots of grit on the road. That seems wet. 32 miles an hour. 33. That sun's now pretty bad. 35 miles an hour. I can see red lights ahead, temporary lights. This is 35 miles an hour. Pedestrian. Yeah, there's the lights. Slow it right down. Whoa, that sun's really hard work. That's horrible. Okay, got through the lights. Got a blinding head sun now, not a headwind. It might not make for good viewing. We've got a clear visibility ahead. 35 miles an hour. I'm on the big ring. That's 36 miles an hour car. couple of cars. Yep, let's go. 31, 33, 34, car, 35, grid, oh, 36, 38, 39.8, 39 mile an hour, freewheeling, cars, on the brakes. Well, I can feel the cold air. $29 mile an hour. Car. It's a fancy car, that. Whoa! I don't know what he's doing there. Don't know how he slowed down. And that's it. That's the descent into Bacup. 30 miles an hour still. We're now in the valleys. It's very cold. Let's have a quick catch up. When you're on this side of the hills, you're in the valleys. I've done 11 miles so far, it feels like more. And because of the valleys, you're limited with daylight. The sun's right behind me now. I'm coming back out of the shadows, but it doesn't have to stay cold down here. I'm now cycling in the parish of Cliviger, above Deerplay, in what does look like a winter wonderland. It's cold, but I'm warm. As long as I keep moving, my feet feel okay, 2 pair of socks, some really nice sealskin gloves, and my beanie hat. It's all doing its job.
So here we are now on the descent of the A671, and we're going to drop down from 1,340 feet above sea level to around 508 feet into the valley below. I like this descent, but on the day like today you've got to be careful, taking caution. I'm tucking in there, trying to get as low down as possible to make this bike go that little bit quicker. And here we are now on a nice fast section, approaching a really good left-hander. As you can see there, we're carrying some really nice pace. Coming around the bend there, that looks pretty nice. I'm not actually trying to go super quick, I am enjoying this descent, and then look at that for a view with Burnley ahead, with Pendle Hill right in the middle there on the horizon. But let's go back further up the road, because we actually had a problem on this descent, because I had a puncture.
Well, I'm on the descent onto the Burnley side. I've got a puncture. New tyres as well, that's pretty rare, that.
And in this case with a rear wheel puncture, it's always a good idea to try and find a place where you can prop the bike up on the saddle against something like that fence.
I can see there, straight away, there's something well and truly got through there, piece of glass. Look at that, new tyre.
Now I always find that these gator skins are really tight to fit on the tyre, so I have to use a lot of brute force, and sometimes with cold fingers it's not always the best combination. However, that pump there is like a mini track pump, and it's a fantastic piece of kit to have in the rucksack. And as always, take your spare tube back home and put it in the bin. And then shortly afterwards I bumped into a cycling mate.
I'm in Cliviger, guess who I've just seen? It's my mate Mark. You're on film. No swearing. No swearing.
Now Mark is a really good mate of mine, and we've had some cracking rides out over the years, and a couple of pints too.
So we're in Cliviger now, the Cliviger Gorge. Mark's out for about a 25 mile local training ride. How are you, Mark?
Knackered as usual.
No, he's not. He's on his deep section rims. He means business.
And by the time we got down to Todmorden, it was going dark, and we met up with the usual congestion, traffic jams and temporary traffic lights. And here we are now making our way further on down the valley towards Walston, and it was getting a bit wet as well.
Okay, well, it is going dark. That puncture set me back quite a bit really, but where's my mate Mark gone? So yeah, I think what happened then, we've got a bit of a tailwind. It is so busy. Right, here's Mark, let's crack on.
Well, in fact, that was it. The ride was basically done. I never did any more filming after that, and it was a 33-mile ride with over 2,500 feet of elevation gain. It is December now, and just to get out at the moment, in between all the bad weather, and enjoy some winter bike riding is really good for the soul. But look after your bike, keep your chain oiled, put your lights on when you're riding through the daytime, and most of all, have some fun. And here's a sneak preview of the next video, where we're back in the hills in Todmorden and we take on the climb of Shore Road, and another one of them classic descents off the tops. But if you like these videos, let me know and I'll make some more for you. And thank you for watching.